And welcome back this week. This is season 4, episode 8. I'm Gaston Rossato.
And I'm Renzo Rossato. This week we're featuring the 1958 MG MGA 1500.
That's right, a beautiful car, a beautiful sports car, and one that has been fully restored, nut and bolt from the ground up, and we are so proud to say it's done by some Miami hometown talent, which we will reveal later in this episode.
That's right, let's get this beauty on the road.
Okay, but before we do that, we want to remind you all to please hit that subscribe button right now. We will appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's get to it.
So this is exciting. We've had the opportunity to have a lot of English cars on the channel. Aston Martins, Land Rovers, Jaguars,
yes.
Austin Minis. But this is our first MG.
Yes, it is.
And the perfect example to have as the first one, because this car is a blast to drive. It's so solid. Wait till you drive this thing.
It feels good. It feels really nice.
It feels so good. It's a little romantic, but it feels good.
A little tight cockpit. Luckily we have this bubble roof.
Yeah, which even then I'm a little hunched over.
Yeah, but it's good enough. Good enough. So the MGA was a car that replaced the MG TF Midget.
Very popular car.
Yes, very popular car. And this car was a car produced from 1955 all the way to 1962. And we see a couple variations between those years. We have also the Coupe, which we're driving today. For the 1500 was a car produced from 1955 to 1959.
Okay.
Yes, in 1958, which is the year of this car, they did introduce a twin cam.
Okay, that's probably nice.
4-wheel disc brake version.
Okay, sorry, because we're riding on 4-wheel drum brakes right now.
That's right.
Which is something that I can totally feel as I'm coming to a stop. It's a workout. You're going through the gears. You don't have power steering. You don't have power brakes. You know, little things like this. I just put first gear. First gear is not a synchronized gear, so you want to put in second first, and then put in first, so you don't hear the grind.
Right.
And it's not there's anything wrong with this gearbox at all. That's just the way they are. But it is a sports car, and although it might be a single, cam 1500 motor, nothing, high performance about it.
No, but it gives you that feeling. You definitely get that little feeling.
It's got a nice handling feel.
A 68 horsepower engine. Later models were brought up to 72 horsepower, I believe. 0 to 60 in 16 seconds. And a car that, even though your speedometer shows you 120 miles an hour, it does reach up to 97.8 miles per hour.
Impressive.
Which is kind of scary if you think about it.
But we need to find a downhill and hit that even 100.
I don't know about
tough luck
hitting
here.
100 miles an hour with the 4-wheel drum brakes.
Well, again, we're driving the car here in Miami traffic today. So, again, understanding classic cars. This is, such a restored car. But don't take that for granted. Don't think anything can happen. Of course, we got our eye on our temperature gauge, making sure that, the car is operating under its
regular temperature.
Give it a little punch. You can hear those carburetors opening up.
That's right.
That intake sound.
And we'll take a look at that engine now when we do the walk around. Beautiful engine.
The compartment is beautiful.
Yeah. It's time for our world famous walk around, and this car really does deserve it.
Hopefully you can put into perspective the size of this car with us in the frame right next to it.
Oh, we'll do that. We'll take a shot of me trying to get into the car.
Tiny little car.
Yes.
The car gives you an illusion that it is a convertible because it is a two-tone, finished in that English white, which I love how they went with that color scheme.
The design for this car actually dates back to 1951, so Sid and Never, who was a designer for MG at the time, created this streamline body for an MG TD LaMans car for the racer George Phillips. So that's where this body design actually was born from.
Let's look at some details, because that's what this car is all about, especially with this restoration that we've been talking about. So let's pop the trunk here. Look at that floor. Look at those bolts. No expense spared here.
Wow, it's just clean.
Absolutely gorgeous. The hinges, everything that you look at, the seals and the way the seals grabbed on with these rivets. I mean, it's gorgeous.
So right away, we're gonna notice a dual SU carburetors. It's a single overhead cam, and we have our electrical fan right here up in the front.
Yeah, the electro fan is the only thing that was put onto this car that wouldn't have been there when the car was new.
Right.
I think it was a really good upgrade. It's discreet.
It fits perfectly.
And it keeps the car cool. You know, they're known for overheating if they're stuck in traffic. And climate weather like here in South Florida is something you certainly want to have. It's got a great little switch underneath the steering wheel that looks like a factory switch. You just pull that out, electro fan kicks in.
And it's great. I mean, if you just sit here and look at this, how clean this
Well, look at the
really
wiring
is.
harness. Look at all the wire connections. Everything is absolutely brand new.
So I'm gonna sit up here on the edge. I think this is a good perspective as to how small this car really is. Now, sliding in isn't the easiest thing. Once I'm in, at least I can extend my legs out. And the bubble roof allows me to sit up straight. It gives me enough room, but it is a pretty tight fit.
So we mentioned the electro fan in this car, and as you'll notice, everything on the dash is a black knob or switch. And we have a very similar one right down here. Just one pull out, and that gets the fan going to keep the car cool in traffic.
It was tough getting in on that side. Now with the steering wheel,
It's another challenge.
it's different techniques.
It's a technique, that's what it is.
Okay.
Once you're in here, you're fine.
Yeah, you just gotta slide this leg in first so that you can get under the steering wheel.
Everyone gets in, but not everybody gets out.
It's like a horror story. The gas pedal is a small little square, and they made sure to push it all the way to your right. So it gives you enough space with your feet.
Yeah, but you have to, you know, like every car, before you get in, you want to get familiar
100%.
with the position of those pedals, because in the case of an emergency,
yeah, you need to know
you
how
gotta
to
be ready.
I'll tell you, a very easy car to drive.
It's a very pleasant car to drive,
Yeah. And the pedals being so separated and so small really helps with the spacing you need.
Yeah.
Obviously, once you start driving, no power steering is not an issue. They're thin tires.
It's a light car, you know, it's not a...
Right. It's a sports car.
Yeah. Refrigerator doors.
You gotta love it. British motoring at its finest. The car is a true pleasure to drive, and it's ready for somebody to take out and enjoy whenever.
It really is, and we want to remind you all, this is an off-market listing, except for this one video. You're not going to find the car advertised anywhere. And having said that, we want to congratulate Euro Cars, Rafael, who did an incredible job at restoring this car. Absolutely amazing. That is home Miami talent. Some people think we don't have real restoration shops. We do. So if you want more information on that, you can contact us with all the links down below: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, website.
That's right.
All over.
And guys, we'd like to remind you, please hit that subscribe button for us. Keep supporting our channel. We're trying to reach that 10,000 subscriber mark. Until next week, I'm Renzo Rossato.
And I'm Gaston Rossato.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching.